with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and New Mano.
Yes, we back.
Is in the building. It's a Monday. How you feeling on a Monday?
Feeling great.
The weather is getting so much better where we are
summertime.
in New York.
You know, I seen people outside with t-shirts on, shorts.
Yes.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that. Well, how was your weekend?
It was beautiful. I didn't do much. I chilled out.
All right. Well, I will talk about what we did and about last night. I actually did my first open house because, you know, I'm a real estate agent.
Absolutely.
But we'll discuss that later. We do have some special guests joining us today. We have Mayor Tiffany Henyard. She's the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. But you may have seen her in the news a lot because, according to reports, she is under FBI investigation. They're talking about the way that she's extravagant with spending money, her security detail, not letting business owners get licenses because they're not contributing to her campaign. There's a whole lot of allegations that she is ready to address. So she'll be here today to talk about it. I know Roland Martin was mad at her because he interviewed her and he's saying that she lied about some things.
Really?
So we'll discuss all of that in the interview. But in the meantime, let's shine a light. 800-292-5150. Let's spread some love. Whoever you want to shine a light on, call us up right now. 800-292-5150. It's way up.
I'ma shine.
Turn your lights on, y'all.
Turn your lights on.
Spreading love to those who are doing greatness.
Shine a light on them. Shine a light on them.
It's time to shine a light on them.
It's way up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and Mano's here with
Yep.
me. Mano! And it's
Morning.
time to shine a light. You know who I want to shine a light on?
Who's
and I know
that?
you haven't watched this. On Risa Tisa, the woman who did the 50-part TikTok series about who the F did I marry?
Nah.
I watched the whole thing this weekend while I was cleaning out my
50
basement.
parts.
Yes, I mean, it was super long, but I have to say there's a lot of educational pieces in here, and she's very honest about the things that she did that were perhaps, you know, the red flags that she ignored. So when you think about in a relationship, if somebody keeps on doing things and you don't believe them or don't trust them, then it's time to walk away. And she could have walked away many times, and she admits that. And she's very honest about money playing a part in certain things, like him helping her with the bills. But you cannot ignore those red flags. I mean, he did some really weird things. You know,
Was cheating on her?
pretending to put money on a house that he never really was going to purchase. He got like a thrill out of getting her excited about things, going shopping for cars that he never was intending to buy her.
Really?
And like really physically spending time doing these things. So shout out to you, Risa
That's
Tisa.
different.
Now, who do you guys want to shine a light on? Yes, 800-292-5150. Felicia, who do you want to shine a light on?
I like to shine the light on North Spot BK. We had our grand opening with you, Miss Dawn and Jade, and I just like to give a shout out to you guys for giving me a job and letting us come nourish you here in Brooklyn, Bed-Stuy.
Oh, well, are you going to be there tomorrow? Because I'll be there tomorrow.
Yes, I'll be here.
All right, so shout out to Nourish by BK. That's right, you heard me, Dawn, and Jade. We have reopened, and I have a juice bar now in Brooklyn in conjunction with them. And it's amazing. Are you enjoying being in Brooklyn at the Nourish spot there?
I sure am, and I'm a Bed-Stuy native, so you know.
Ooh, okay, well,
represent
good.
Brooklyn.
I'll see you in my neighborhood, too, then. That's our neighborhood.
All right, stay up, way up.
Way up. Thank you so much for calling. All right. Well, that was Shine a Light, 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And Rihanna had a pretty busy weekend. She stepped out, did a performance, and we'll tell you how much she got paid. How much does it cost to book Rihanna? We'll discuss. It's way up.
They say it's truth in the rumors.
From industry shade to all the gossip, Angela's spilling that yee tea.
New Mano, Angela Yee and Mano with
Right.
the Yeetie. All right, Rihanna performed. You know, we'd never get a chance to see Rihanna perform anymore. But she was in India, and it was for a pre-wedding bash of billionaire Mukesh Ambani's son. And so she was on stage for her first big live performance since her 2023 Super Bowl set. That's been a while.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, it's been over a year. And so they said she got a starting price of $6 million. And
That's where it's starting at.
that's where it started. That was the estimated starting price. And they're saying the Ambani family spent over $100 million for the sister in 2018. So that's not a far-fetched price. Now, what might be the motivation for her to say, besides the starting price of $6 million? Well, that family actually owns a company called Reliance, and that company is also the owner of Fenty Beauty products. Of Sephora, where Fenty Beauty products will be sold in India. So it makes sense for Fenty and Sephora to come together.
Same business.
Yes, for that. So it makes sense. So there you go. And by the way, I mean, he's a billionaire, so definitely had enough money. He's worth about $116 billion, that family.
$6 million to start, that's not a problem.
Not a problem. All right, and Dune Part 2, that movie has beat all types of box office projections. They were estimating about $20 million, but they said estimates have risen from $75 million to $81.5 million, and they're saying that could be more than double what the first Dune made back in 2021. Wow. So congratulations to them. They said globally $178 million, by the way. All right, LeBron has become the first NBA player in history to hit 40,000 points. So congratulations to him. Here's what he had to say that he would tell his younger self.
I wouldn't tell that 18-year-old kid nothing. I would tell him just to do exactly what you're thinking, no matter what. Just stay true to yourself, believe in yourself, and don't ever get too high. You get too high, they're gonna try to knock you off. But at the same time, if you fall, just like the great later Leah said, just pick yourself up and try again. And I've done that in my career.
40,000 points.
Yeah. I saw Stephen A. Smith has some things to say about that.
What did he say?
What did he say? Did he say something about, but they lost? Because they did lose, by the way, at the same time. So, while he did break that record, unfortunately, the Lakers didn't win that night. Right. Now, Caitlin Clark also broke the NCAA all-time scoring record. So, congratulations to her. That record has been untouched for more than 50 years until now. That was against Ohio State. She hit 18 points in the game with a technical free throw at the end of the second quarter. So the former record was held by Kelsey Plum, University of Washington star, and that was back in the day. So congratulations to Caitlin Clark for that. A lot of records broken. And Dylan is saying that the Chappelle Show skit ruined his career. Now here's what Dylan had to say on We Are Flatbush.
But right after, anytime I send my music to DJs, they say, oh, that's the that David Chappelle made fun of. Nah, I'm good on that. Not only that, but every promoter says, nah, we're not booking him. So now I have a newborn, and the fridge is empty. No one is calling me. Everyone is laughing.
Damn.
If you guys don't recall the skit, here was the skit when he was, or is this a skit from Making a Band? All right, here's the Dave Chappelle skit.
Dave Chappelle.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time? Dylan, and Dylan. Because I spit hot fire. Right, here we go.
Hot fire.
I rip and I rhyme. I rhyme and I rip. This is the way that Dylan spits.
I rhyme and I rip.
Laughing?
Because I remember that skit. It was so hilarious.
Skit, though, I'm not gonna lie.
That's a classic.
Shout out to Dylan, though. I seen him in Brooklyn one day in Williamsburg.
Right, but the thing is, everybody remembers him from that, though.
Yeah, they do.
That skit really was platinum.
All right. Well, unfortunately, what was a joke for the rest of the world affected his career. We'd like to hear more about that. But when we come back, we have About Last Night. That's where we discuss what we did last night, because it's a Monday. Over the weekend, it's way up.
Yeah. Last night. So, about last night. Last night. Here's how it went down.
It's way up with Angela Yee. Manos here.
Yeah.
About last night. What went down last night? I was cleaning because I have to clean out my basement because I have a tenant moving in. And
you should post that.
I found, you know what? I was going to wait till Throwback Thursday. I found all these old pictures. I was just showing Manos some of these old pictures I found.
I'm like,
look at me as a Nets fan in New Jersey. Okay, That's a throwback. I've been going to Nets games since they were the New Jersey Nets.
Wow.
And now, fortunately for me, they are the Brooklyn Nets.
You got to post those, though.
Some of my old pictures. Look at this one. You know what? I'm going to post some of these so you guys can see them. But it is so hard to clean out. Like, I've been living there for 11 years. So anybody who has to move, the moving process is so rough. And it's taken me so long. I'm like just trying to get rid of some of these things.
Hate moving.
Yeah, I was just showing Mano. I found a lot of old pictures and I have a whole box of like cards and letters and stuff like that from people. But I used to do a lot of photography. You may not know this.
So you took those pictures.
Yeah, so I did photography in high school and in college.
What kind of student was she?
Oh, so I just showed you Jennifer Williams because we went to high school together, and Lauryn Hill. A picture that's never been posted before.
Ever.
That I took when we were in high school. And so I was the one that like was always taking pictures. Some of them ended up in the yearbook and things like that. You know, been a nerd my whole life.
Yeah, and you was like a jack of all trades.
I know. I actually graduated from college thinking I was going to be a photographer. Like that's what I wanted to do. Now we have phones because it used to be a lot harder when you used to have a real camera. You didn't know what the picture looked like until you got it developed. You had to go to the
So you had to really be good.
Yeah, well, or the pictures just didn't come out good. But you had to go take them to the drugstore, get the pictures developed. You had to wait a few days. Damn. You had no idea what those pictures looked like.
Drugstores went out of business for that.
Yeah, nobody prints out pictures anymore or photo albums. And then the other thing I did was I had my first ever showing. I had an open house. You know, I got my real estate license. Shout out to Sir Hant and my broker, Sarah Golan. But we did my first ever in Brooklyn showing. So it was an open house and it was great. The house is amazing. Nice. It's beautiful. I find that a lot of people right now want houses that are already done. Nobody wants to do construction.
Nobody want to do no work.
And when I tell you, I cannot blame them. You know, I've been working on my house for over 3 years. It's finally almost done. But everybody, I feel like wants a turnkey home that they can just move into. It sounds great to say I want to get a home and rehab it and build it how I want, but it is a nightmare. What'd you do, Mano?
I didn't do much. I was chilling.
I know. You said you needed a break.
I did. You know, we was doing a lot. We was on Fox 5 Friday.
We all saw that with the fur. Shout out to my guy Daniels. When do you put the fur away?
It's away now.
Okay.
Once you get past like 40, going up to the 50s, no more furs.
All right. Well, listen, that was about last night. And when we come back, we have Tell Us a Secret. Please. That's right. 800-292-5150. Mano's here today. So.
No judging?
No judging, Mano. I know that your face tells it all, though, when people see these videos. But 800-292-5150. Call us up. Tell us a secret. We want to hear it. It's way up.
Shh. This is a judgment-free zone. Tell us a secret.
It's way up. It's Angela Yee. It's Mano.
No, Mano! It's time to tell a secret.
It's time to tell us a secret. 800-292-5150. Hello, anonymous caller. Tell us your secret.
Listen, I'm married, right? And me and my wife moved out to this little town. And lately, I've been seeing a lot of white girls look good, man. And I never mess with a white girl. And it's like, dang, I didn't want to be the only brother and never smack a white girl.
Oh, my gosh. Well, you're married, so that time may have passed.
Yeah, I got to just be a fantasy, huh?
Have you spoken to any of them or tried to, like...
No.
Okay.
No, I don't go that far. It just looks, and that's it. I love my wife to death. Like, she a sweetheart.
Do you want to do it?
I want to go skiing. man.
You want to go skiing?
Nope. Don't get on that white snow. Listen, do you ever think about other women while you're having sex with your wife? I'm just curious, since we're anonymous.
Be honest.
This is anonymous, so sometimes, like, I might close my eyes when, you know what I mean, and picture something else.
Okay.
How long have you been married?
2 years. I've been with my wife for 12 years, but we've been married for 2.
It's okay to have little fantasies. I'm sure you can't control what your mind
She probably
thinks.
got fantasies too.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I asked her. She said she don't.
Oh, so y'all had a conversation about this.
She can't picture. She told me she can't picture nobody else but me.
Hey, listen, if you should do it, but just don't get caught.
No, Mano.
If you do it,
don't get caught.
Just don't get caught.
Don't listen.
It didn't happen.
It's not worth it. And then when your life turns into a Lifetime TV movie disaster, okay, remember why.
You don't want to get up to them pearly gates and not live, man. God be like, man, you had all this time to live and you ain't do nothing.
I don't want to end up like the movie with Beyonce. What was that joint called?
Oh, yeah. Obsessed, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to have none of that going.
Listen, learn from other people's mistakes. I ain't gonna name no celebrity names, but learn from other people's mistakes. Okay?
Hey, I ain't think I was gonna get through, but
you got through though.
Thank you.
Secret. Peace.
You're only allowed to get through here. All right, thank you. Hey, anonymous caller, how are you?
I'm good.
Good. You want to tell me and Mano a secret? Uh-oh.
My secret is I had to kind of disguise my voice because I'm married.
Okay.
So my secret is I get a secret crush Mano.
Oh, another one?
I'm that type of Mary where you sneak out once a year to do something and then nobody don't know.
Okay.
Oh, man, you
So
might
you
need
have
to.
an annual freak off.
Yeah. How far you want to go with this crush, though?
I'm open to whatever.
Okay.
You seem like you that one.
Hey, listen, I'll fix you up and send you back. You might need a little tune-up every now and
All
then.
right. He going to lick you
Yeah.
like a stamp, return to sender.
You don't get set up because I've been.
Stop playing with me.
Still got them coming back.
Yeah, you know, need a little tune-up.
I do want to say you stopped disguising your voice long
Yeah,
ago.
because I think we know who you are.
She gave that up.
You really don't. Look, all his compadres listen to the what you call.
Yeah, now they know.
He ain't really on the radio like that and stuff.
And
so
now
everybody gonna really
now they know that you on my hit list.
Okay. Well, shout out to the compadres.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling.
All right, y'all have a good one. Later.
All right. Well, that is Tell Us a Secret. 800-292-5150 in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have your Yeetie. And let's talk about Kelsey Nicole, Megan Thee Stallion's former best friend. She did her first interview and we'll tell you some of the things that she has to say. I saw people were doing whole think pieces about this, so we will discuss.
You about to blow the lid up off this pot. Let's get it. Oh, yeah. Angela's spilling that yee tea. Come and get the tea.
It's way up. I'm Angela Yee. Mano's in the building. Yee
Yeah.
tea time. All right. Well, Kelsey Nicole did her first interview and, since everything happened in court with her, right? It was on the Danza Project and this actually came out yesterday. I saw people were mad saying that she didn't give any information. Did you see that?
No, I tried to watch it. I actually fell asleep on it.
Because you were tired or because you just...
No, I was probably tired. I
Okay.
wanted to see it, though. I still want to see it.
All right. Well, some of the things that she talked about is the fact that she doesn't drink anymore after that night. That's how traumatic it was.
There was a time where we was turning up. So when it comes to a point where alcohol takes over and you become a different person, it's time to let that go. Everybody's lives that night changed. So I don't even understand how you could still have a taste for it, want to get drunk, any of that.
All right. And in the preview for the interview, they had talked about she believes there has to be a video of that exists somewhere because it is in Hollywood. So she's saying she doesn't know how it couldn't. Now, another thing she said is she doesn't know why her and Meg fell out. It didn't have anything to do with this betrayal.
I would like to say no, the whole situation of her doing whatever behind my back, that is not why we fell out. It's so unclear to me why we fell out. I'm a type of person that likes to communicate things. Some people don't like to communicate.
So she just don't know why they don't speak.
She's saying to this day, it kind of feels like she lightweight want to be cool again because that was her best friend, her sister, before all of this went down.
We ain't gonna let this get in
And
the
then
way.
she also talked about, and I feel like in some parts she was being vague. She wasn't saying it outright. She said that some people run to tell their story first.
People who run to tell their story first, they do it because they're scared of like the truth, you
The
telling your
real,
truth.
yeah.
So they got to paint this picture of you
Let that be the narrative.
and make people believe you're this bad person before you can do it to them. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So, yeah, I mean, people were mad because I guess they thought she was going to be like, this happened or that happened. But I know she also testified in court. So you can't say anything that contradicts what you said in court because then you would have been lying on the stand. Now, Tory Lanez, on his behalf, has filed an appeal of his guilty verdict. And, he has this 10-year prison sentence for 3 felony convictions. But his lawyers are saying that prosecutors engaged in misconduct in the trial. And they also are saying prosecutors sought to use sympathy to manipulate the court. So we shall see what happens with this appeal. All right. Well, in addition to that, so many more things happening. Let's talk about Schoolboy Q and his album and his predictions for his sales, what it's looking like he's going to do for his new project, Blue Lips. According to projections, first week sales look like it's going to be between 30 and 35,000 album equivalent units.
That's good.
Yeah, so we feel good about that. Now, he also went on social media and talked about his album as far as where he thinks this ranks in. He said, Blue Lips, it's early, but it's how I feel today. Could change. He said, you never heard me rap like this. Album been done for years, to be real. I just didn't know where I would fit in this circus of just BS and algorithm. So I made my bed and chose art. I'm too good to let my talent go to waste over a viral moment. I'm 37 and still hungry. I honestly don't think nobody can F with me, to be real. I always find new pockets, and I've been nervous before, but never scared. So he talked about this. Yes.
I like Schoolboy Q.
I know. Dan wants to talk about it so bad because he loves Schoolboy Q so much.
Dan is over there blushing. Like, okay, Dan.
All right, but shout out to Schoolboy Q and the whole TDE. And that is your Yeetie. When we come back, we have Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They are flying under the radar. A couple of things. Obesity exploding worldwide, and America's first ever over-the-counter birth control pill will be available soon, so you don't have to get a prescription anymore.
Good.
Calm down, Mayo. Okay? Now let's hear some Ashanti and Biggie. Oh man, can't believe Ashanti's having a baby, right? Unfoolish, it's way up.
This in the news that relates to you. These stories are flying under the radar.
All right, it's way up under the radar with Mayno. You got so excited for this story a minute ago.
Which one?
America's first over-the-counter birth control pill will be available at the end of this month. All right, so it's called O-Pill, and it's available without prescription necessary in major retailers and pharmacies. And the medication, how much is it? $19.99 a month. $49.99 for a 3-month supply. And if you go online, you can get a 6-month supply for $89.99.
Right.
Okay.
So you take this before or after?
You know, birth control pills you take every day for a woman. So
just
it's to prevent you from getting pregnant at all. And it's 98% effective at preventing pregnancy. It was approved by the FDA in July of 2023. It's the first of its kind available to Americans over the counter. It's the first time in history. All right. So, yes.
Making history.
A lot of rights are being taken away from women.
I don't believe in that.
But now this drug is going to be available as the Biden administration is trying to rally around reproductive rights in the 2024 campaign season. All right, so many other things going on. Obesity is exploding. More than 12% of people classified as obese worldwide. Are you classified as obese, Mano? Stop it. No, you're not. All right. Well, the number of obese adults has more than doubled since 1990. And out of 200 countries, the United States has ranked 36 for obesity. We have far
We're not
too
number
much.
one?
No, we're not number one, actually.
Really?
I was surprised about that, too. But according to reports, we have far too much processed food with chemicals that produce weight gain. And that's why, in addition to poor diet, too many carbohydrates, too many fats, and too few proteins and vegetables, and in different areas, you know, lower income areas, this can be cost related in part, too. By the way, because you know a lot of times they sell that very heavily processed food, and the food desert is a real thing.
So who has the number one obesity?
We got to look at the entire list. I was trying to read it; it was all fuzzy when I was trying to make it larger. But we're number 36 on the list, so it makes you feel better to know we're at least not number one. All right, well that is your under the radar. Now we got the way it mix at the top of the hour. Plus, we have the controversial super mayor Tiffany Henyard. She's the mayor of Dalton, Illinois. She's been in the news a lot lately. People are coming for her. There's a lot of reports that there's an investigation. She's saying she knows nothing of this investigation, and we'll talk to her firsthand and hear what she has to say. It's way up.
Way up.
Just like to talk like they Angela Yee, like they Angela Yee.
Man, she's spilling it all. This is Yee T. Way up.
Yeah, Yee T time. I got my guy Mano here with me.
Yeah.
All right, well, let's get into what's going on with Natalie Nunn. Now, Stunner Girl has exposed Natalie Nunn for allegedly cheating on her husband, right? According to reports, she's been creeping with Curtis Golden, even though she's married. And here is what Natalie Nunn had to say about that, because she has responded to these allegations. And it's not just allegations. There's pictures. There's the two of them kissing on the video. It says she married, but she ready to risk it all. All right, here's what Natalie Nunn had to say about that.
2022, Jacob and I, we both were in a great agreement that we were going to take a little break. That's when those videos that surfaced today. Let's fast forward to January this year. You've been trying to extort me since January. You have been telling me that I need to send you a Rollie since Jacob posted his new Rolex watch that I bought him. We don't go together.
Send me that Rollie. All these pictures gonna come out.
And he's known for Bad Boys Los Angeles, Bad Boys Houston auditions, and so people know him from that, and you know the Zeus network. And so that was her explanation. And you remember just a few weeks ago, people were in a tizzy over something that Fabio Foreign had to say on My Expert Opinion. He talked about one of his boys, Peso, I guess he said, was dating Natalie Nunn also. Here's what was said.
Peso, he used the 5-year card. He's Natalie Nunn right now. She flying him all over the world. You know what I'm saying? Spending money, going viral.
I mean, Natalie Nunn responded to that also and said, now, if we're going to be a bunch of females, at least tell the whole story, because I usually don't do no talking, but we're not going to sit up here and lie on my name in no interview. And then she said she was looking for someone to join her team to help with all the bookings and be a road manager because she's performing her song on the road, a single called Outside Remix with Beat King. She said, your boy, I'm flying out everywhere, was someone who worked on your team with you. It's slow over there, so he came over to work with the baddest. I did not meet him through you. I am not sleeping with him, and you sound big mad. So that's what she had to say in response to that. But maybe she was on a break, right? She said she was on a break.
On a break.
All right, now, Chris Brown has been ordered to pay a $2 million debt, and that is for an unpaid loan related to Popeye's Chicken. It's not just him, though, and it's a franchise, not just buying $2 million worth of chicken. But apparently, there was a loan to buy 2 Popeye's Chicken franchises. It was him, The Dream, other people. And now a court has decided that they have to pay that money back. It was about $1.76 million in damages. So this whole group had got this money together, and they have not fulfilled their financial obligations. You know, and by the way, I also want to bring this to, because finances, investments, you know, they don't always work out. Dr. Heavenly from Married to Medicine revealed that she sold her beauty supply store. She said, I'll count this as one of my lessons. I've learned a lot. I dare you to fail. So I guess she sold it to somebody, and she's not selling the items in the store. Whoever bought the store bought the inventory as well. And she's going to talk more about it at her free webinar at drheavenlyuniversity.com. All right. Well, that is your Yeetie. And when we come back, it's a Monday. You know what we do on a Monday. It's not just tell us a secret. It's also Monday.
Manovation.
I know that's right. When we come back, you got to manovate us. All right. It's way up.
Vibing way up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
It's way up on a Monday with my guy, Mano.
Yes. Manovation.
And you were doing these in the car. We need them on the air.
I still do them in the car.
Okay.
But you know what? I was just thinking, though. You know, you ever notice that most of the people that's always talking and commenting are doing less better than you? Are not doing as well as you're doing, or have less going on than you?
You mean the negative comments?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The ones that's throwing the most stones are living in the glassiest houses.
All right.
You understand?
That's true. I think when you have great things happening for you, you feel
don't
more
have time.
positive towards,
right.
But you also feel more positive towards other people, and you'll be on that vibe.
Right.
But for the people who have the negative vibes, usually they're unhappy within themselves.
Right. And that's the thing. Because when you got something going on, when you got some real emotion, you don't really have time to be trying to pick apart or look and find negativity in other people. Right. So for the people that's out there trying to find negativity on others, look in the mirror. Look at yourself, because the thing is, if you find some motion, right, you should spend more time finding motion than you are trying to, you know, make memes out of people and stuff like that.
Let me ask you this: have you ever had somebody say something negative and then went on their page just to verify, like, who is this?
Right, and then when you go on their page, you go, really, like, are you serious? Like, do you really think that you are at liberty to be talking about anybody?
I noticed some celebrities will post the person too, and
it's
be
like,
this
why? Like, how could
X,
you?
Y, and
Like,
Z.
But it's unbelievable. But the thing is, if you spend more time doing you, then you have better results. You won't have time to be worried about nobody else. You know?
Yeah, you know, I when that happens to me, and I be like, let me see what this person does, and what they have going on.
And you always like, wow, look at this.
But then I just be feeling bad because
you can't even go back.
I'm an empath, and I'm like, okay, I get it. And so, yes, sometimes it can also feel really like you want to be vindictive and go back and forth, but it's really not worth it. I want to say that for
you can't. It's not worth it.
I'll just take a look and I'll be like, okay, I get it.
That's going too low. It's like, man, I can't even. You're not even eligible. I can't be going back and forth with you.
Yeah. You know, I don't understand why people do that, but I've never been that person. You ain't never gonna see me leaving like nasty comments.
Never.
On some, but you will see me leave some nice ones. Right, some uplifting ones, and some nice emojis.
And I think
love a good emoji.
It's just a negative space that people be in. Where
I love my life. All right, well, that was a Monday Manovation. And you know, when we come back, we have Ask Ye. That's where we give advice. 800-292-5150 is the number. Call us up. We want to help you out. In the meantime, let's party with Nikki with her sold out concert and Lil Uzi. Here's Everybody Is Way Up.
It's relationship, or career advice. Angela's dropping facts.
So you should know.
This is Ask Yee.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and my guy Mano is in the building. Award-winning advice.
Award-winning.
Giving Mano. And we have Ayana on the line. What's up, Ayana?
Hi, Angela.
Hi, it's me and Mano.
Hi, Mano.
How you doing?
So, I'm great. How
What's
are
your
you
question?
I'm having a hard time right now because my mother wants me to break up with my boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
But he hasn't done anything that's really that bad for me to break up with him. He treats me really well.
Okay.
But she doesn't like him because he's socially awkward. He doesn't really make good eye contact with her when they're in person talking to each other. And like family functions are a no-go. He doesn't perform well. It's ridiculous. He just stands in the corner and she can't take it.
All right, she wants you to be with somebody that's a little more outgoing, that flows into the family. What is it that he needs to be more comfortable?
I don't know, because when it's just us, he's great.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing to complain about. He talks to me, he communicates really well, but in social settings, he's just very nervous.
Yeah, he's probably just not a people's person. That don't make him a bad guy, though.
Have they had like some time where it's just you, him, and her?
Yes, but he's not good in those situations at all. Like, it's very weird for me to watch.
Probably intimidated,
like,
my mama.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I don't know, because she's not the type of person who she doesn't like things like that.
How is he around your group of friends?
Well, with my friends, he's cool. With his family, it's a different story. He's more comfortable with them. But in front of my friends, he's still not like super outgoing or anything like that. He's just chill. And I actually like that about him.
Right. You like that he's not all mixy.
You don't have a problem with him, right? He treats you good, right? You happy in the relationship.
He's great.
Then at the end of the day, I mean,
your mom can't. Yeah, I understand that you would like for him to be more comfortable. Have you spoken to him about it? What does he say?
He just said that that's just how he is.
Right.
And I don't know.
Right. I mean, listen, this is how he's been. It's not like anything's different or he's changed. It just makes your mom uncomfortable. And apparently he's not all the way comfortable. Maybe things will get better in the future as he gets to know them more. Maybe if he has some of his own people around when you have these family functions, maybe that would help.
Or you could leave him and then find you a more outgoing person, but then he cheat on you. Like,
he's
you know what I'm saying?
outgoing.
You see what I'm saying? Like, nobody's perfect. It's always going to be something that we're going to be able to pinpoint about somebody that we wish it was a little bit more, or wish it was a little bit better. So I feel like you should stay with him because, like you say, he treats you good. You don't have no problem with him, and he's a good guy.
I mean, look, at the end of the day, that's your man. That's going to be your man. He hasn't done nothing wrong to you. They're just going to have to learn to deal with it.
And mama ain't got to sleep with him.
As long as you guys are good, that's the foundation of everything. And your mom also has to understand it's fine for her to voice her opinion to you, but now she's got to roll with it.
You're right. Okay. Well, thank you.
All right. Thanks for calling, and good luck to you guys, Ayana.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Well, that was Ask Yee. 800-292-5150 is the number in case you couldn't get through. And when we come back, we have the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard, joining us. And there's a lot of questions that people have about her. She's been in the news a lot. Is this a smear campaign, or do we need to be legitimately concerned? Is there an investigation? We'll talk to her about it. It's Way Up.
We about to do this.
Yeah.
Yo.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I have Super Mayor Tiffany Henyard here with us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Thank you for having me.
All right. Well, thanks for coming up. And the reason they call you the Super Mayor is because you're the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, but you're also the supervisor of the township, right? Which is 190,000 people?
Yes.
And then the mayor of Dalton, which is 23,000 residents. Yes. Okay, so explain the difference in both of those positions for people who are listening.
Sure. So if you know anybody that's a mayor, they are over services. So that means like if you got street lights out, sidewalks, pavement of alleys or streets, things of that nature. And if you are somebody that's a township supervisor, you over resources.
Okay.
So you'll pay their light bill, gas bill, water bill. I do mortgage and rental assistance. I even help you bury your loved ones.
Okay.
So that's the difference. And we have a food pantry.
That's crazy that you have both of those positions.
Yes.
Is that a rare thing?
It is.
All right, and you have been in the news a lot, so that's why I'm glad that you're up here today to clear up some things.
Yes, I'm here to lay the mess to rest.
I was able to get some of these messages because you do get voicemails, but also emails of people that have been threatening you.
That's correct.
Do you mind if I read?
Sure, you can.
Because I know this could be triggering. I don't know how you feel about this, but okay, you're a effing crook, you ugly bee. You will be in prison soon, so get that nasty, greasy black vagina ready for Shaniqua. These aren't even the worst ones, by the way. I just want to say there's a lot more in here. Somebody called you a despicable, savage, monkey, N-word bee. And told you better watch your back. And then I did hear some of the voicemails. One just says, F all you goddamn N-words. And you are the first black woman to be in this position.
Yes, in both positions.
In both positions, and the youngest.
And the youngest, yes.
Right now, I'm talking to the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. All right, so let's talk about it. There was a person who said that he didn't contribute to your campaign, and therefore he was not able to get his license for his business. His business has not been able to operate. So it was basically equivalent to extortion from what he was saying, and that other businesses haven't been able to get their licenses because they didn't contribute to the campaign.
That's a false statement. Malcolm X once said, the media has the power to make a guilty person look innocent and an innocent person look guilty. That's their power. So with that being said, they put people like that in front of the cameras, went and didn't do no fact checking. If people want to know the truth, I'm going to do it on my podcast, Tiffany Henyard on the Move. And I'm going to tell and show the facts and the proof of whatever a business owner did not do as relates to their business. If they're not up to code, if they had a ton of shootings at their establishments, which a lot of them had these type of issues. And I'm not the one to never try to drag or talk about a business, because you should handle it behind closed doors, meaning your business, before people put it in the spotlight and now you're being attacked.
Okay, so you're saying that this person's business was rightfully not able to get his license until he cleared up whatever it is that he needs to clear up.
Correct. We have documentation of all of that, and I can give it to you too, and that way you can follow up and show the world.
You were on with Roland Martin, and he was talking about your nonprofit. You have a charity. Well, you said you don't have a charity, but there's a charity. It has your name on it, right? It's what is it? Tiffany Henyard Cares.
Tiffany Henyard Cares. Yes.
You know, it looked like it was your charity. There was video of you promoting this charity, but you're saying it's not yours. Somebody's using your name.
That's correct. When I say it's not my charity, I'm not a board member. I can tell you what they do with their day to day. What I'm responsible for is my mayorship and my supervisor position. And it's amazing how people are pinpoint on a charity when there's so much stuff going on with me as relates to the two areas that I actually do govern. I do support the individuals that has the charity. I am always an advocate for cancer because my mom had cancer. I feel they are good-willed people as it relates to what they was trying to do or trying to accomplish. And I think people make mistakes. People didn't file paperwork and they blew it up into a story. I'll give you a prime example. If you have a LLC or something like that and you don't file and you go check, and I'll check and see if you registered, and they go say not in good standing.
Right.
Until you pay the $75 or $150, whatever it is, then it puts you in good standing. It's the same concept.
All right, we have more with Tiffany Henyard when we come back, and of course we have to ask about this FBI investigation. It's Way Up.
More Way Up with Angela Yee on now.
You know who it is. You know who it is.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and I'm here with the very controversial super mayor of Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. All right, then there was a situation where it was a city council meeting, and people said they were not allowed to come up and voice their opinions in this meeting. They were blocked downstairs from being able to ask questions.
Well, that's not true as it relates to being blocked. If somebody was blocked or felt they was blocked, they can always reach out to us because our meetings are like 4 or 5 hours long. So I don't know who's blocked in my village. You can go pull our board meetings up and you can see that everybody's allowed to speak because it's before we start our board meeting.
Okay.
Public comment. Yeah.
All right. The next thing people did talk about was finances, right? And they said, oh, she's traveling first class, staying at the Four Seasons, blowing this money. And the town used to be have a surplus of money, but now there's a deficit. But then I also see on the paperwork that I have from your team that you guys have gotten the largest in the history of the city with $15 million in grants. And despite the adversity and the resilience, you know, your commitment is undeniable, and you have all these initiatives that you've done.
That's
so
true.
Let's talk about the disparity between those two stories.
Okay. It was awarded $15 million. I had the largest in the history for Thornton Township, and then the largest in the history for the village of Dalton. So more than any mayor, more than any supervisor throughout all the controversy. We built a outdoor skating rink and roller rink. We normally have to go to a different community in order to engage or get practice or have swimming lessons, things like that.
Right.
My job is to create things for our community so that they can grow into what they want to be. Another thing that I do love about what I've done is now the youth are following Tiffany Henyard. The youth know who a mayor is. The youth know who's a supervisor. They did not know that before. No one could point out, oh, that's the mayor of Dalton. Oh, she came to our school and spoke to us during Black History Month.
Right.
Oh, she helped us with mental health. We do a mental health tour. That's something really big that's going on nationwide, but no one's really talking about it on bigger platforms. Yeah, they go get the celebrities here and there, and people might give a little something about it, but it's happening everywhere. So when we went in there in the schools and we did the mental health tours, we was able to help kids and parents identify that they needed help and give them help. That's what I do. But they don't tell the heart of Tiffany Henyard. They want to tell the smoking mirrors and the clickbait.
Right now, I'm talking to the mayor of Dalton, Illinois, Tiffany Henyard. How are you handling this since we just talked about mental health?
So basically, I have tunnel vision to the mess. I just keep going, ignore it. It's almost like a horse in a race. I'm over 190,000 people. I have to make sure I plant the seed now so that the kids can follow. I have to set the tone as relates to the footprints so they can walk in my footprints and they know what to do. And I want them to see what controversy looks like, adversity looks like, and how I'm going to come out of it in the end and show them that no matter what you do, never, never, ever give up.
Now, there's also a federal investigation that's being called for. So where are you with that? And did you know about it like ahead of time? Because I know previously I've seen you say, I don't know anything about being investigated.
So basically, there are no subpoenas at my office, and also we don't know anything as it relates to what people are just alleging or saying, but we don't have any subpoenas. And from our understanding, there's no other, what do they call, law enforcement that we know of have any investigations.
Okay, so this is something that's a news story, but it hasn't hit you, or if it's true or not. If it is true, you don't know anything about it. You haven't been subpoenaed or nothing.
Correct.
Would you run for office again?
I am. That's why they're doing a smear campaign, because they cannot beat me.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Mayor Tiffany Henyard. And how can people find more information and follow you to get firsthand information?
So if you want the tea, get it from me. Go check out Tiffany Henyard on the Move podcast. So I just want people to know, be prepared, because I'm not going to stop. I'm a fighter.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much for having me.
You can watch this full interview on my YouTube channel, Way Up with Yee. And when we come back, it is a Mayel Monday. So you're going to get some great answers to all your questions about hair. Because if you're like me, we need a lot of help. It's Way Up.
Turn it up. You vibing Way Up with Angela Yee.
Come right back.
More now.
What's up? It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee, and you know it is a Mayel Monday. As I've said many times, I love Mayel products. And right now, I want to talk to Jatina Nixon. She is a Mayel expert hairstylist, and there's a question from one of our listeners. And this question is from Nikki in Oklahoma City. Why does my hair shrink up when I wash it? It makes my twist really tight. I want to wear my twist out like a big afro, but I want to keep the definition. What can I use?
Oh, Nikki, you are not alone. Like so many women ask this question, we are looking for length, like we want to show it off. But the natural function of our hair, when it's in a healthy state, it's going to revert when it's wet. So if you have like waves or if you have looser curls, you won't notice as much shrinkage as you would if you had tightly coily hair. Twists are a good way to stretch your hair out, but the key is to use a lightweight product that will dry quick, give you hold, and then you also have to let your hair dry completely before unraveling those twists. So if you start taking down the twist while your hair is still wet, you're going to experience frizz, you're going to experience more shrinkage and less definition. And so at Mayel, the perfect product for a twist that I absolutely love is a pomegranate and honey mousse. It's going to give you everything that you're looking for your twist.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Jatina Nixon. And thank you for participating in Mayel Monday. Everybody who sent in their questions, you can find Jatina Nixon on Instagram at JRenee_styles. That's JAY Renee_styles. And thank you, everybody, for listening and for calling in today. As you know, every day this show is about you guys. It's Way Up.
Going way up, turn up with Angela Yee.